PASGA actually stands for the Partnership for African Social and Governance Research. We are known for influencing use of evidence in policy making, and we draw a mandate from that. So we exist to enhance research excellence for governance and public policy.
We established Utafiti Sera houses after identify a policy question which is of national interest. Then what we do, we map key stakeholders guided by political economy analysis as a theoretical framework. And political economy analysis help us to identify these key stakeholders based on power, interest, motivation, and capacity. Once we have done that, we bring them together and we establish what we call Utafiti Sera House. So that one will be based on what is the issue. So if it is water, it will be Utafiti Sera on water, or Utafiti Sera Water Governance House. Then after establishing them, now we create the platform for them to engage, to interact, so that they can generate evidence, they can synthesize the available evidence on that issue.
For evidence to be useful in informing policy, you need to start working with the policy makers from the word go, so that they are part of defining the research questions and the language of the research findings align to the policy language.
Food system transformation, it is not just about increasing food production. It's also in ensuring that everyone has access to this food. It has to be safe, nutritious, affordable. But of course, we realize that we have not been able to achieve this because of the recent crisis which we've experienced in our countries. So that is why it is important to transform the food system as a whole in order to achieve some of these national development goals which we have set, or which strategies which we have specifically set to achieve.
We believe by the time we are leaving this place, we will have reviewed the framework and we will have something that we can hold on to. For this particular project, which is a food systems transformation project, an IDRC-funded project, we are very intentional about the Nairobi County government. And we are working with this county government because it is our entry point. As you know, it is quite well strategically located. And if we get it right at this point, it will open up opportunities for engaging the other counties.
PASGA has come in handy. It is a partner that we have really started working with and embracing, because what they are interested in doing is what exactly we want to do. And so we are seeing serious link in food systems where they are interested in making sure that, first of all, the policies which are required to make food system to work are put in place. This is what has been missing. It's a missing link in us. And so PASGA has come to really help, so that if the policy is there, everything else to do with food systems will just kick off. If we don't have the policy in place, you have nothing to base on.
The food system transformation Utafiti Sera House builds on the other houses that we've held before, which is to explore evidence on how the food system is working at the moment in Nairobi, and see how the policy adopted by the county follows through or is guided by this evidence. And more particularly, we are keen on moments of uncertainty, moment of COVID-19, floods, political upheavals, and we would like to have a food policy system for Nairobi that takes into account these transformational questions, so as to make sure it is resilient, sustainable, and indeed able to deal with issues of social justice.
It is an approach that we believe, or that helps us to bridge the gap between policymakers and the researchers. So why is it unique? It is because this approach has allowed us inbuilt mechanism of how we design our project, from the design to the implementation. It also allows us to bring all the key stakeholders right from the design to the implementation and dissemination.
When we talk about food systems transformation, this is an integrated system, and we cannot address it from one aspect. It needs also a very collaborative approach. And therefore, we are calling upon the different stakeholders to collaborate in improving the food systems for the county.
I want to really believe the commitment that I've seen them having is that it will take Nairobi to another step. The problems we have been having in food systems can only be addressed through a policy that is complete, that is going to address the things that are all around food system.
We know that we don't have an organized food distribution system. And one of the areas that we have to come up with a way of doing it is organizing the food system distribution. In order for us even to take care of the food safety issue, we must organize the food distribution points and the food distribution itself. We have looked at the issue of population versus the production.
Our challenge has been no one trusts our food. With food systems working well and a good policy, everyone will trust our food.